Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So very excited because I am finally getting around to picking up some products from Moira Beauty, and they just came out with some liquid blushes. I'm gonna try them out. Picked up 4 shades. Everybody's been talking about this brand. I think the first time I heard about it was through Jen Phelps, and now I think it's starting to pick up steam, and they came out with some cream eyeshadow. So I actually ordered some of their eyeshadow products as well, and I'll be talking about that in a separate video. But I wanted to pick up some of their new liquid blushes because I love liquid blushes. I love them. So there's quite a few shades. I picked up 4, and what I did is they have I think there's 12 shades. There's a radiant and matte finish. So what I did is I picked up 2 matte, 2 radiant in like a warm, and then one of each in the cool tone. So that's what I'm going to do today as well. But before I do that, I did pick up one of their liquid contour. So they have a liquid contour as well. This is called the Face Sculpt Liquid Contour. This is $7.50. I believe the blushes are $7.50. I'll double check. These are $7.50. So I figured I'd pick this up as well. Plus I needed to hit a certain mark to get free shipping. So I picked this up. This comes in 4 shades, and I got the lightest one, which is Fair Light 100. And Fair Light is described as light brown with cool undertones. Then they also have 3 other shades. So 200 is soft warm, which is light brown with warm undertones. So that would probably be more of a bronzer than contour. Then 300 Golden Honey is medium brown with warm undertone. And then 400 is Cocoa with deep brown with a warm undertone. So the only one with the cool undertone, so a true contour, is the Fair Light in 100. So I'm gonna try that. It's actually what I'm gonna try on first. So let's get started. Okay, so I did go ahead and pull my hair back, but this is what the bottle looks like. So it's really nice. You know, it doesn't necessarily feel luxe, but it's $7.50. And then you have the doe foot applicator. So nice big doe foot applicator. So not really many contours have this, so I think I like this. I like it definitely more than the sponge. But let's go ahead and just take a look at the tone here. And it's definitely a cool undertone, which I really like for a contour, because so many contours are more warm. This seems to blend out really nice too. So that is it. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this on my face. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and just put it on here. I'm gonna do it one side at a time because I don't know how fast this dries down. I have not played around with this at all. And just gonna blend it out. And it blends out really nicely. Actually really nice. So it's a nice, you know, I wish they had some more cool tones in the deeper shades, because if you're too, you know, if you're much darker than me, this isn't gonna show up, but that blended out really nicely. I think it went on really smoothly, and yeah, so far so good. Okay, we're gonna go in on the other side, and the other side I'm gonna go in with a sponge. I have this sponge. I use this mainly for contour. It is dry right now. Sometimes I use it wet for contour, but I'm gonna use it dry right now. And I think I like the brush application more. You know, it really depends. Yeah, I think I like the brush applicator more. I think it blends out more seamlessly with the brush. So maybe if I wet the sponge, maybe it would be better, but I think it just blended out better with the brush. But again, you know, obviously I don't know about longevity, but for $7.50 for a contour, I like it so far. Okay, so now let's talk about these blushes. Like I said, I got 4 shades. They are 12, and I got 2 in the radiant, 2 in the matte, and then 2 of cool tone and 2 of warm tone. So these are $8.50. So they're not, I said $7.50, but they're $8.50. And it says it is the Moira Love Steady Liquid Blush. Is a beautiful liquid blush with a lightweight buildable formula that easily blends, delivering high pigment payoff, 7 shades of radiant finish, and then there are 5 shades of matte finish. So the matte finish says it's a liquid to powder formula, and then the radiant finish gives radiant and natural glow. So yeah, let's take a look at them. So I got the shades 4, which is My Darling, 5, which is So Cute. Those are the 2 radiant shades. And then the 2 matte shades that I got are 9 Steady and 11, which is Adorn. So the only thing that I don't like about Moira Beauty's website is that there's no descriptions of the shades. Like for here, for the contour, it said, you know, cool tone, warm tone, so you kind of understood. This, there was no description. It wasn't like, you know, you kind of looked at it, but I was really looking for people's like videos, anybody that had gotten it, any other swatches. So it was kind of really hard to pick which one I was going to get. So I ended up, you know, getting 4, but like I did say, they do have 12 shades, 7 in radiant and 5 in the matte. So let's swatch these first before I put them on my face. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swatch the 2 cool tone ones, pinky ones, and then I'm gonna swatch the 2 like warmer tone ones then. So first up is, this is 05 So Cute, and this is really like bubblegum pink. And this is number 11, which is Adorn. So definitely more mauve-y. Probably not even that cool tone either. Next up is 04 My Darling. And then finally, this is 09 Steady. Okay, so you can see the first and the third one, those are the radiant finish. The second and the fourth one, those are the matte finish. So I think I got a good selection of range, like they're not too similar. Number 3 is definitely the one that I would probably like the most, which is My Darling. It is radiant finish, but I just love that color. So I'm really anxious to get these on my face, but those are the swatches. Again, I only have 4. Those are the only 4 that I got, but kind of gives you an idea since there are no descriptions of the shades online. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the 2 pink shades first, just like the same order that I went in. So I'm gonna start with this bright pink one. I'm gonna go in with my Anissa All Over brush. I like this for liquid and cream blushes. And the good thing is, because I swatched these already, they're very pigmented. So I'm gonna try and go in very light because I have a feeling they're gonna be very, very pigmented. So this is bubblegum pink, very popular shade right now, and it's blending out really nice. I mean, it's still bright. I probably should have just put it on my hand and then gone in, but it's still blending out pretty good. Probably put a little too much. Okay, so I blended it out a little bit more. Definitely, if you get this shade, put it on your hand. So I went in and just kind of toned it down a little bit with my foundation and then went back in and put it on. Now this is the radiant finish, and I would say it's not like maybe a little radiance. I don't think there's going to be, at least it doesn't seem too radiant. I'll be interested to see the comparison between the two. It doesn't seem too dewy. The matte one is definitely a matte to powder, because I did notice that in the swatches it dried down to a powder. So I think that's going to be the main difference. But this isn't necessarily a shade I would normally pick. I know this is very popular right now, but it's just not me. But I think it looks really pretty. It's really nice, went on really nice. You know, and again, I mean, there's a lot of product in here, and you need a dot of this one, so it's gonna last you a while. But I think it's really pretty, and I feel like it goes on very similar. It reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty ones, which I love. This really reminds me of the Rare Beauty one. So this is the shade So Cute. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the matte shade, and this is going to be Adorn, and this is definitely more my speed as far as like a pink or a mauve. So I'm gonna put it on my hand this time. And now this one is definitely not as bright and as pigmented. I mean, it's pigmented, but it's not as bright as the other one. I did clean my brush, and I'm just gonna go in ever so lightly. But that's how I would say with these, is to go in on your hand or a palette and then press it out. They don't dry too fast, and you need just a little bit of product. So I wouldn't go straight onto the face. Okay, and this is the matte finish on Adorn. You know, and honestly, when they're on the face, I don't think they look that different. Obviously, this one is a little bit brighter, but I think they're very similar. And I see a little bit more radiance in this one, but I don't think it's a huge difference. So if there is a shade that you like, but you wanted matte and it's radiant, I wouldn't worry too much about it. This is definitely a powder, you know, cream to powder finish. It does dry down to a powder, but this one is not like dewy. It's not like a dewy finish. So I do see the radiance a little bit, but I don't think it's that much of a difference, but I still think it looks really pretty. But this is going to be Adorn, and this is so cute. Okay, so I have cleaned my cheeks off, and now I'm gonna go in with, this is number 4, My Darling, and this is in the Radiant Finish. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna put this on my hand just like that, and then go back in, and you can see my brush is clean. So we'll do it like that. I think that's, if you're getting these blushes, that's kind of how I would do it, because I do think that they are very pigmented, and you can go heavy-handed very quickly. Okay, and this is My Darling. I really like this one. This is the one that I thought I would, you know, be my favorite. It's definitely the, you know, kind of most everyday, neutral, really pretty, can kind of go with everything. And yeah, so My Darling. And finally, we're gonna go in with number 9. This is Steady. Now this one's kind of like a terracotta. It's definitely a different tone than the one, I guess it's My Darling. So definitely a different, definitely more orangey, more terracotta than My Darling. My Darling, I don't even know how to describe My Darling, but this is going to be Steady. And this is definitely more of a warm tone. Okay, so this is number 9, Steady. Again, so this one is definitely warm, terracotta, really pretty. I don't think I even have the new shade for Rare Beauty. I didn't get. It's like the terracotta shade I didn't get. So, but I really like this. I don't really think I have any liquid blushes like this shade. So this one's really pretty, and this is the matte finish. And since we did it for the other one, we'll do it again. This is Steady, this is the matte finish, and this is My Darling. This is the radiant finish. Now these two shades are very different. And again, I think there's a subtle difference with the finishes, the radiant and the matte, but I don't think it's very, very prominent. It's a subtle difference, but it's not huge. Okay, so I am back. I evened out the blush. I am wearing the My Darling on both sides, and I think these are great for $8.50 too. The other one's over there, but for $8.50 they're fantastic. And then I did kind of pull out a couple of the Rare Beauty ones. I only have minis of the Rare Beauty ones, but they last forever. These are more pigmented. And I think the Rare Beauty are pretty pigmented. These are more pigmented, but very similar. The matte are not, because the matte they do dry down to a powder. The radiant is definitely more similar to the Rare Beauty. So I won't say it's a dupe, but if you like the Rare Beauty, then you're definitely going to like these. I like both. You know, the radiant isn't too, I usually don't like the dewy. But I think the radiant is just that it's not dewy. It's just kind of got a little bit more shine to it. It doesn't dry down to a powder, but I think they're fantastic. So for $8.50, the only thing I wish is that they picked up, you know, that they had more descriptions on the website for the shades. That's the only thing I wish they did. But I kind of watched other people's videos, and I'm not the first person to say that. The contour as well. The contour I think is great. So if you were looking for, this blended out really good. I think this is really, really good, to be honest. The only thing is that the only cool tone shade is the Fair Light. So if you are darker than me, it's not going to show up, but I think it's a really great contour. If you've been wanting to try contour or liquid contour, play around with it, this is a really good one to pick up. $7.50. So I don't have a promo code with Moira, you know, at least not yet. If I do, I will end up putting it in the description. I don't even think I have affiliate links with them. So if there's anything, it'll be marked if it is an affiliate link, but I do have links, and I will put all the shade descriptions in the description box below. But yeah, I think this is really, everybody's raving about this brand. I am going to be trying some more products, some of their eyeshadows, their single eyeshadows, and trying them out. So you know, I'm anxious to try more, but I think these are good. The only thing is that I think the packaging is a little bulky. I think it's a little bulky because you can kind of see there's a lot of packaging. I like sleeker packaging, mainly just because I have so much. I like it when it's just a little sleeker. So that's the only thing, but I still think it's nice. And, you know, for $8.50, you can't go wrong with that. And then, you know, I think if you first purchase, you can get 15% off. You can get, you know, percentages off. So I paid a little bit less. I think I saved 15% off because it was my first purchase on their website. So with that, yeah, I think it's worth it. So if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.